I work as a specialized medical courier, meaning I transport human organs for emergency transplant surgeries. It's a high-stress job where every single second literally means life or death. Last month, I was transporting a pediatric heart to a major hospital in Chicago. I had exactly 4 hours to get it from the donor into the chest of a 7-year-old girl. I bypassed regular TSA with my medical clearance and sprinted all the way to the boarding gate. They were just about to close the heavy glass doors, but standing there physically blocking the jet bridge was Janice, a gate agent with a severe superiority complex. I flashed my hospital badge and held up the specialized red cooler. Medical emergency, I panted. I need to board immediately. Janice slowly looked me up and down, let out a dramatic, exaggerated sigh, and pointed to the metal baggage sizer. Sir, that cooler is considered a carry-on. You only paid for a basic economy ticket. You need to pay the $75 upgrade fee or we check it in the cargo hold. I stared at her completely dumbfounded. Ma'am, this is a human heart. It cannot be checked and I am not paying a baggage fee for a transplant organ. Move. She crossed her arms and deliberately blocked the boarding scanner. Policy is policy, sir. No payment, no boarding, and if you raise your voice at me again, I'll have you placed on the no-fly list. I didn't even try to argue anymore. I just pulled out my radio and immediately contacted airport police and the flight captain. Within 3 minutes, the actual pilot of the airplane came marching up the jet bridge looking absolutely furious. 2 armed airport police officers arrived right behind him. Janice smiled, adjusting her silk scarf, clearly thinking she was getting backup. Officers, this man is refusing to follow basic baggage protocol. The pilot didn't even let her finish. Janice, he barked, his voice echoing in the terminal. You are delaying a federally protected medical transport. Step away from the door right now. She started to stutter about corporate airline policy, but the lead police officer stepped forward, resting his hand on his duty belt. Ma'am, you are actively interfering with a life-saving medical procedure. If you don't move out of the way in 3 seconds, you are going straight to federal prison. Janice went completely pale and scrambled out of the way. I made it onto the flight and the heart got to the little girl in Chicago with just 15 minutes to spare. When I flew back through that exact same airport 2 days later, Janice wasn't at the desk. Turns out delaying a medical transport is a massive federal crime. She was fired on the spot, heavily fined by the FAA, and permanently banned from working in aviation ever again.